The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Aksyon Demokratiko standard bearers Isko Moreno and Willie Ong have just filed their certificates of candidacy for the 2022 elections. Patricia Mangune now joins us live to give us the latest on this. Pat, good afternoon. Could you give us the situation there so far?
Charles, Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno and his running mate for Vice President, Dr. Willie Ong, has just filed their certificates of candidacies here in Pasay City. And Moreno said he still feels some butterflies in his stomach, but also thanks his constituents in Manila for the support, especially those who are from Tondo, his hometown. And aside from that, Mayor Isko also said that his senatorial lineup will be announced in the coming days of the filing of their COCs. But so far, it's Samira Gutok who will be running for senator and has already filed her certificate of candidacy. Aside from that, Charles, because of Moreno and Ong's filing, the number of candidates running for national positions today have gone up to more than a dozen, and some of the independent candidates for president have also filed their COCs, and among them is Sunny Boy Andrade, who promises he will fight to defend the Constitution and rule of law, as well as Juanita Torceño, a civil engineer who vows to fight for change, Alfredo Respuesto, who is unemployed and hails from Cebu, and a certain Gabriela Larot. Meanwhile, mining welder Narciso Solis is also seeking a Senate seat. He's pushing for mining to improve the economy. Other party lists have also filed their certificates of nominations today, including Ako IP, who is running for college education or pushing for college education for indigenous peoples. Marvelous Party List, who aims to promote renewable energy in the country, as well as ASA Party List and Gabriela Party List. Charles, Mayor Isko and Dr. Ong have just left the building, and we are expecting other presidential or known personalities to file for their candidacy for president in the coming days. Charles?
Thanks for that, Pat. That was Patricia Mangune reporting live from Pasay City. The feud continues at PDP Laban, and this time Pacquiao's faction says that Cusi's side is no longer acting like an organized group. Senator Pimentel said this during an interview with Radyo 5 after Melvin Matibag clarified that President Duterte was given the authority to designate candidates for their camp. Pimentel also reiterated that PDP Laban's alliance with PROMD and the People's Champ movement is legitimate. He also defended Pacquiao's decision to run for president under PROMD instead of the ruling party.
Meron din advantage kasi una sa lahat kung papagamit niya ng PROMD, kinonsolidate na niya yung support base niya. O kasi kilala na siya na PDP Laban eh. Plus, tapos itong aming alliance agreement, itong MP3, pwede pang lumaki yan in the coming days. Marami pa naman nagpapahiwatig na mga malilit na grupo, ibang parties na pipirma sila together with MP3 para palaki ng palaki po yung alyansa namin.
The OCTA Research Group reports that all areas included in the NCR Plus 8 are showing downtrends in COVID-19 infections. Speaking with us here on One News, Professor Guido David says the COVID-19 reproduction number in Metro Manila has declined further to 0.83. He says this decline can be attributed to recent lockdowns in the capital and the increase of infections in surrounding provinces, as well as Metro Davao and Cebu are also slowing down. And David says the improving COVID-19 situation in NCR could be a sign that the alert level system is working.
So far, what we're seeing is that the alert level system has been working. We haven't seen a spike in cases yet. It doesn't guarantee that we won't be seeing a spike in cases, but so far, after more than 2 weeks of the alert level system, we haven't seen a spike, so we have to attribute that it's also working. And then we have vaccinations.
But the health department is being cautious in attributing the lower R0 to the shift in policy in NCR. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere says it's still too early to tell whether the slowing rate of infections was caused by the alert level system. But for OCTA research, the drop in cases may be attributed to the lockdowns in the metro. And David says that based on their computations, a downgrade to alert level 3 is feasible once the 2-week extension for Alert Level 4 expires.
We're looking at a system wherein which we can use as a guide for the alert level system. So based on the metrics that we're looking at, we see that alert level 3 is actually possible in the NCR. But then again, we're not the ones who do who compute these these values that will give us the alert level systems. That's done by the IATF and the Department of Health. But us personally, as an independent research group, I can say that based on what we're seeing, we think that it's feasible to move down to an alert level 3 in NCR.
Which airlines soared above the rest despite the pandemic's blow to the industry? International Air Transport Rating Organization Skytrax gives us the answers on Bloomberg Quick Take. The Philippines bags its very first Miss Aura International crown in this year's pageant, held at Antalya, Turkey. Filipina beauty queen Alexandra Faith Garcia was crowned this year's Miss Aura International. Garcia is the first Filipina to ever join the pageant and is also the first Filipina to ever win the title since the pageant's debut in 2006. In an Instagram post, the beauty queen said she's still in awe of all of the firsts that she experienced during her Miss Aura International journey. She also thanked her family, friends, and loved ones for their all-out support. Miss Romania was named first runner-up in the pageant, followed by Miss Ukraine, Miss Colombia, and Miss France. Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. Vice President Leni Robredo's camp says she will announce her decision on whether or not she will run for president before October 8th. Magnolia and TNT scored their first semifinals win in the 2021 PBA Philippine Cup. And Cebuana beauty queen Tracy Marine Perez is new Miss World Philippines. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us later at 1 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.